What is up, beasts? Gosh, I hope you guys are fired up for this challenge. I know I'm fired up. It's the most fired up I've been for a challenge in a long time. First things first, I've got to give shout outs to my boys who are helping me run this. My coach, Wayne Wyatt. Gosh, you've been such a huge inspiration to me for years, and thank you for all the help you've given me. Obviously, David Jeffries, Jeff Lennon, Chris Colburn, Chet Nichols, all guys that continue to inspire me every day. So thank you for supporting me in this journey and jumping on with this and just making this the biggest, craziest, fired up challenge group in the history of Beachbody. I can't wait for this thing. All right, first things first. I kind of want to just give you guys, a lot of you know my story, but I want to give you a little bit of history and background. You see the banner up top, right? And you see all these ripped guys, all different body types, all different journeys to where we are now. And I just want to let you guys know, like, for all you fat guys out there, I'm your guy, right? I used to be that guy. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to hit me up. Even if you're not on my team, I'm happy to help you. I know a lot of my team members are going to be going to different guys in the group for questions too. That's what this is about. So feel free to ask me any questions if you have any questions, for especially you bigger guys, because I know where you're coming from. Just a little bit about my journey. I want you guys to learn from the mistakes that I made, and I've made some big mistakes. The advice, what's crazy is through this whole journey, the advice I give my team now is different from the advice I gave them 2 years ago. Because as you learn about fitness and nutrition, new things are going to come out. New knowledge is going to come out. And it's okay to change your points of view. And all the guys on top of that banner, we all pretty much have the same points of view, but some things, some philosophies may be a little different. So what I want you guys to do, take little nuggets from each of us and apply them to yourself. Only you know how your body works. So, you know, what works for me may not work for you. What works for Jeff may not work for you. You guys are going to have to figure that out on your own through trial and error. But please take our advice and at least try it. And when I say try something, I mean, don't just try it for a couple days and decide whether it works or not. You need to give it a few weeks to try it and see if it works. So you've got all this knowledge, all these nuggets of information that are going to be thrown at you. Use those. Experiment with those. It's taken me about 3 years to figure out what works and what doesn't work for my body, and I'm going to share that all with you guys. So 3.5 years ago, I was 267 pounds. Started P90X. My profile picture is exactly a year of P90X from the before and the after. After that, I got a call from Beachbody and wanted me to do the P90X infomercial. So I was probably about, I don't know, 10-11% body fat, maybe a little bit more in that after picture. But when I got the call to do the P90X infomercial, I knew I was really going to need to drop some more weight and lean out. So I dropped my calories a ridiculous amount. I was down to like 1,600 calories. I got down to 192 pounds and was as lean as I've ever been. And what happens when you guys drop your calories that low is your body's smart, it adjusts, and it drops your metabolism so that you can survive and function. And that's what I did. I dropped it to 1,600 calories. What also happens when you drop your calories that low, you're more prone to injuries, which is exactly what happened to me again. I hurt my shoulder. So, you know, got down to 192 pounds, hurt my shoulder, decided to recover and do the ultimate reset. Bad mistake. I dropped my calories even further, down to 1,200 a day. After the ultimate reset, I then did the next worst thing possible, which was jump into Body Beast and go back to my old calorie maintenance level. So what happened was my metabolism was up here and then went way down, and then my calories went, or I'm sorry, I was up here, my calories dropped, my metabolism dropped, then I went back up. Guess what? My metabolism was still down here, right? So when my metabolism was still down here and I went back to my old maintenance level, I put on weight. I was putting on weight like crazy and I couldn't figure out why. And it was the most frustrating point of my entire Beachbody career. Then, after complaining about it a little bit and getting down, my good buddy David Jeffries sent me a video that changed the way I think about nutrition and fitness. And it was a video by Lane Norton that explains metabolic damage. And he just said, hey, Lance, this may be what you're going through. Sure enough, for the next year, you know, I tried to reverse diet and slowly increase my carbs and my calorie levels, got it back up to where I needed to, and all of a sudden the weight started flying off again. Thank goodness. It was the hardest road, and I couldn't have done it without the support of Wayne and Jeff and David. They're every day for me, supporting me. So now I'm at 206. I'm as lean as I've been in a while, which is incredible. My body is like finally reacting good again. So that's what I want to, you know, kind of help you guys with, especially those of you that struggle with weight and you're thinking you want to drop your calories a lot. You need to be really careful with it and really smart. Here's my second point of advice. When you start adding calories, for those of you that are wanting to add calories, it's real easy on Body Beast to add, when you go to add calories, to add crap. It's really easy to let that slip and just add bad food in there. When you're eating the good calories, or when you're adding calories, eat good whole foods. No dirty bulking going on in here, right, guys? Do it smart and watch your body really closely. So I'm going to start, my maintenance level now is like 2,000, 2,200 calories, somewhere around there. I'm going to start this challenge off at 2,400 calories. And I'm going to watch really closely. I'm going to keep it there for a month and see how my body reacts. Depending on how my body reacts in a month, that's where I'll make the change. Hopefully my body reacts good and I can up it, you know, another 100, 200 calories a day and keep it there for a month. I want to get to at least 2,800 calories by the end of this, you know, adding lean muscle mass without adding fat or very little fat. So hopefully getting my calories up to 2,800, maybe more. And then just like Wayne, you know, the last 3 months, really working on leaning out for the competition. That's my goal. As far as supplements go, I've already told you guys in a video log what I'm doing for supplements, but you can kind of tell we all have the same philosophy on nutrition, guys. It's simple. All this stuff out there, most of the stuff out there is just marketing crap. It's a waste of your money. It's going to make about that much difference in your final results. So if you want to spend the money, fine. If you don't, I think you guys are going to be just fine too. Just do the staples, you know, whey protein, creatine, Shakeology, results in recovery, or some other kind of carbs right after your workout. Some good 4 to 1 ratio, even 2 to 2 is fine. But just do that, and you guys are going to be fine. The rest, just whole foods. I'm just like the other guys. After my morning workout, my supplement diet's pretty much done. It is done. I'm just eating whole foods after that. So I mentioned earlier that, you know, during my hard times, Wayne and David and Jeff were there for me because we got to know each other in the first Asylum group. That group is what pretty much changed my life because I got to know those guys. I got to become best friends with them, and they have helped me stay motivated for years now. I'm going on my 4th year, and it's because of those guys. If I hadn't made connections with them, when I started gaining weight and couldn't figure out why, it would have been so easy for me to throw in the towel and say, screw it. So my biggest piece of advice in this is put some skin in the game, develop relationships with the people in this group, form connections with them. If you find somebody that you click with, hit them up, say, hey, let's be success partners. If you see me start to not post, hit me up and make sure that I'm still doing this because I want this. Those relationships you form are the most important thing you're going to get out of this group. It's not being on stage in a year. It's not being completely ripped. The most important thing you're going to develop are relationships that are going to keep you working out for years to come so that you can be around for your kids and your family. And that's what's important. If you have a why that strong, you guys are going to kill this. And you're not, everything else is going to be secondary, and it's going to be a nice bonus. But I am really excited about getting up on stage, and at least, you know, if we're not, I know we're going to have, you know, 10 of the top 10 from Team Ripped. I know that. But if I'm not one of those, at least getting a big old picture of us ripped up guys at the end of this year, you know, with all our Oompa Loompa tans, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I'm so fired up for this group. So if you guys need any help at all, please hit me up. That's what we're all here for. It's going to be a wild, crazy ride. I can't wait. Let's beast up, guys.